13:37. She shattered that arena record a little bit earlier in the week. Jean Winters is going to get set to go.
See the approach right there. They come in on one alley. They back in, or Jean does, and here we go. Little Zan just bumps that first barrel. Now Jean's been having a little trouble with the second barrel. She leaves it up, so this could be her chance tonight. Jean Winters, it's up. She bumped all three of them, but no penalties, and watch the clock. 14:24 for Jean Winters.
You know, by the way, we still haven't settled the Saddle Bronc ride. We have a reride there, so that world title is still up for grabs.
It's a long ways from over.
Jane Melby.
You know, the other story of Shane Hanchey is at Ellensburg. He wasn't even sure if he was going to make the NFR. Cody Ohl said his horse was hurt. Cody said, here, get on Pearl and make sure you make it. That's good stuff in this business.
Absolutely, and it comes down to them on the final day.
All right, Jane Melby's got a great run started. She and Blackie around that third and final turn. This should be fast. Under 14, yeah, no problem. 13 and 89 100s. So now we're starting to see things heat up in the barrel race.
Lisa Lockhart, she won last night. She had a time of 13:65. She won round 5, time of 13:72. What table set for her to be fast again right here in round 10.
Comes in fourth in the average, so that's what, almost $22,000 more if she can leave them up. But she wants to win in the rounds, and Louis, you know, I've said it over and over again, this is one of my favorite horses to watch. Seems to run the perfect pattern, big, strong, fast, yeah, 13:88, 100th of a second faster, she goes to the lead.
Did a good job of lifting that inside leg on that first barrel to leave that one standing, and here comes Taylor Jacob. See her taking that deep breath. She's been amazing. She won 82,000 plus over 9 rounds, and when she leaves the barrels up, she does some serious damage to the clock.
Well, 2 barrels are up. It's close. Oh, and the third barrel again, just shoulders in, does not get that pocket by it. 13:53, lopes out again. So trouble in round number 10 for Taylor, and you know, what a week. 82, every time she left a barrel up, she either won or split a go-around. So trouble again in round number 10.
Here comes Kaylee Bass, who's been rock solid, number 2 in that average. Right behind Sherry
close.
Serby.
There's only, I believe, and Kaylee Bass. I was going to say there's 3 gals that have left all the barrels up. Sherry Serby, Shadow Brazil, and Kaylee Bass, and Kaylee knocks one over. She was second in that average. She leaves that up, that's another 38,000 plus she could have had. So that's really devastating for Kaylee Bass.
That is absolutely devastating for her. Brittany Posey getting set to go. 11th for her in the average, 9th in the world. You know, when you don't have your A horse ready to go for the NFR, it's kind of a tough ride from there, isn't it?
You know it is. And you know, she's been on 3 or 4 different horses. This is Teddy. As she gets around the third barrel, she picks up a 5-second penalty. You know, she is such a great champion and a great little rider. To come in and be competitive this week has been pretty tough for Brittany Posey, but she's won nearly 20,000, so, you know, tip your hat to her.
Yeah, you can expect her to come back strong in 14. Sabrina Ketchum next to go. Lisa Lockhart still has the lead in the round at 13:88. A little slip around barrel number 2, but she leaves it up.
Yeah, position out of that first barrel really has been her problem. She came out real low, and tonight, 14-5 100s. That's going to put her in the top 4 in the round, but you can see she came in a little low and then just kind of had to reposition into the second barrel. And a little slip right there cost her crucial seconds.
Fallon Taylor. The Best Dressed Award, a $5,000 award from WPRA. When she's had some issues leaving all those barrels up.
Yeah, she has, and she's been on several different horses herself. She's been on Baby Flow. This is Neffy, a full sister to Baby Flow. Kind of the same problems every night, though. She's been having trouble hitting barrels.
Christy Laughlin, number 5 in the average. Well, at this point in time, you know, Serby's got a stranglehold on that world championship. Just hold your place in that average and don't knock down a barrel.
Well, maybe a chance to move up right here. Good turn, so it's clean, and a chance to really move up into the money in a not that tough round. 14:34 though, trying to leave those barrels up, and you know, you're going to see that. These gals that are really doing well in the average, they're not going to try to take any chances, and they'll try to hold their horses off these barrels.
Lockhart still has the lead. Michelle McLeod, 7th in the average. She made good money, 37,000 plus over 9 rounds.
7th in the average. That, they'll pay 8 money, so that's a little more bonus money tonight. And she picks up a 5-second penalty, so that'll take care of 7th place in the average and placing in this round. But Michelle McLeod's had an awfully strong NFR.
Boy, 1381 would have taken the lead in the round.
Would have put her right in the lead.
She lopes out. Mary Walker gets set to come in. We haven't talked much about Mary Walker this week. Defending world champion. She just quietly won about 70,000.
I was going to say.
And Latte's something else. She's 6th in the average. Number 2 in the world.
Good chance to move up in the average right here.
Could finish it off with a go-round win.
Oh, good run. I think she's a good chance to take the lead in the round. What a comeback on that 3rd barrel. 14 flat. That'll put her 3rd now in this round.
Byron Walker, her husband, former world champion in steer wrestling, watches her lope out. Here comes Sherry Servey, trying to become the first cowgirl since Christy Peterson to place in all 10 rounds at the Wrangler NFR. Looks good after 2 barrels.
Yeah, and the 3rd one is up. She will win the average. She will win the world. If she's 14 and 25 or faster, she will set a new arena record on the fastest 10 runs at the NFR. So, boy, she ran the table here. What a week for Sherry Servey.
Also going to win that Ram Top Gun Award. That's a brand new truck, and Trula Churchill full speed in. Down comes the barrel. I'm curious where Sherry is in terms of the placing. We have the top 4 here in the booth.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's in the top 6 or not, Jeff. She may be in the top 6, though. And look at that, 13:56 would have taken the lead in the round, but barrels really got trouble for Trula Churchill.
Sherry Servey and Stingray have been something else. Sydney Blanchard down to our last couple cowgirls.
Sydney has to come up, change over to the other alley. Now her approach is all hers. Good chance for her to place in this round. A little wide on that 1st barrel, though. Blanchard needs to get things a little tighter to get the, oh man, it just came back on the back side of that with just the hip of her horse to tip it over and pick up 5 seconds. 14 and 8 100s, but add 5 seconds to it. 19 and 8. Looked like she was well around that barrel, but her horse, that forward motion, you got to keep it. If they roll back like that, that's usually the result.
Big run here for Shadow Brazil. Going to move up probably to number 2 in the average as she rides in. She's won 20,000. That's a $38,000 check if you can stay number 2 in that average.
And a pretty good go-around, a chance to place. This isn't the toughest go-around of the week. So Shadow, if she can stay aggressive, and she is just getting better and better. Kind of that horse kind of stopped just a little on that 3rd turn, and look at there, 14 and 16. She will end up 2nd in the average. That's important. I don't think she's going to place in this round.
There's her husband, Trevor Brazil, watching.
Yeah, that's not Trevor trying to stop her horse. He's watching. That's some other guy there. But here it is, Sherry Servey. Wow. That's all you can say.
Yeah, she's had an amazing 10 days. What a great horse that she rides. Not that one. She's taking the victory lap there, but
she could probably do pretty well on that one if you let her practice a couple days.
You know that she can. She's a pretty solid jockey, pretty good pilot. 4th world championship for Sherry Servey. 1-2 in the 90s. That's a nice, that's probably the most relaxed ride she's had in a while right there. But she wins the average, she wins the world championship, and look at that, 5th place.
And placed in every round.
All 10 rounds. First cowgirl to do that since Christy Peterson and the great Bozo. And